I want to introduce you to Sassafras albidum. Sassafras can become a medium-sized tree in many types of forests, but here at the Lake Thoreau Environmental Center, just the type of forest habitat that we have, we don't see a lot of sassafras, and when we do, it tends to be small and coming up from sprouts. Here is one individual right here, and I'm just going to pluck a leaf so we can get a sense of what we're looking at leaf-wise with sassafras. Actually, I could not have picked a better set of leaves. So sassafras has variable leaf shape. Lobing is one of the key things that we see, and so you'll see that at least 2 of these leaves have 3 lobes, and this lower leaf down here at the bottom has what we call sort of the mitten lobing, where it just has one thumb off to the side of the leaf. And it's not uncommon to find all of those on an individual tree. And then over here, these leaves are still expanding, but you'll see there's at least a couple leaves that have no lobing at all. And so it's possible you can actually find a sassafras tree with no lobed leaves whatsoever, which makes things a little confusing. If you flip the leaves over, you see they have a nice pale green underside. There's really not much else. If you've got some lobing, there's really not much else we can confuse sassafras with. Unfortunately, most of the sassafras individuals that we have here at Lake Thoreau rarely get large enough to develop the distinctive bark characteristics, but this one is starting to. So you can see there's some vertical striping, a little bit of vertical shreddy nature to some of this older bark. As we move towards the tip of the tree, towards the younger bark, you'll see that the young sprouts, young stems are actually green. So here we actually have a couple years growth. Sorry, I'm wading through this patch of gelsemium. So here is the most recent year's growth, a very plain green shoot with just a few dark brownish purple lenticels. And then here is last year's growth, still green, kind of glossy. And we move down to the previous year before that. Sorry, there we go. Leaf got in the way. Green, you're starting to see some vertical stretching out of the lenticels and forming that the more of the woody type bark that we see on the older trees. And we move down to another year's growth, and we can see it's starting to become some of that typical sassafras bark that we see on the older specimens.